The initiative that I will be sharing with you today is lesson reviews. I am hoping to implement this lesson reviews during monthly 2-hour collaboration meetings. As teachers, we all try to do our best to reach the needs of all of our learners in our classrooms. But this is often has us quite isolated from our colleagues. I have often heard that teachers say that they feel like they are on individual islands. But is there a better way to meet the needs of all of our students in our diverse school? As you are aware, our school currently has 913 students enrolled to start in the fall. We have many unique groups of people in our school. Approximately 2% of our students are ELL or EDL learners, but not all of these learners still receive additional support outside of the classroom. Over 10% of our school identify as First Peoples and are supported by our Aboriginal support worker. 180 students are enrolled in the French Immersion program. 18 of our students are supported through our resource program. These students are the ones that have additional programs in school, like occupational or physical therapy sessions. Many of our students are supported by our learning assistance teachers, especially those students with IEPs. 15 of our students are supported by the inclusion teacher to either try to keep them in school or gradually get them to return to our school. Our school has a few families that are refugees from other countries. In addition to this, we have students of varying social statuses in our school. Some students rely on the food programs available, while others come from families that are very well off. Here is why I think lesson reviews will be a good use of our monthly collaboration meetings. As teachers, we want to do the best for all of our learners. And I think collaboration is the key to this. In Killian's study, she states that results of this study suggest that teacher collaboration has positive effects on teachers and their students. And the article, The Benefits of Collaboration, states that teacher collaboration is, by its nature, a powerful learning design. Teacher collaboration is grounded in social interaction theory of learning and aligns with research on communities of practice, relevance to practice, and collective practice. Collaboration is one thing, but often this time does not feel useful as we would like it to be. So this is how I came up with the idea of lesson reviews. When starting out in our teaching careers as student teachers, observations were a vital part of our growth. But then as soon as we became certified, we were left in our own classrooms to fend for ourselves. Yes, technically we are supposed to get a formal observation done by our administration in the first few years of a contract, but in my district at least, this is barely the case. Personally, I have yet to have my formal observation done and have just completed my 5th year teaching in a contract. I have had informal observations done at my request so that my administrators would be accurate references for me. These observations were very valuable to me, but if all 40 of the teaching staff at my school requested them, it would be near impossible for our administrators to satisfy all the requests. This is where lesson reviews will be helpful for us as teaching professionals. Let's look at what a lesson review entails. Let's say it is my month to be observed. I would record a lesson that happens in my classroom. I have the option of recording multiple lessons and deciding which one I would like to share with the group. But I must share one lesson with the group at least 1 week prior to our meeting. I would then personally watch the lesson and reflect on the areas I would like to focus our discussions. I would share these areas of focus with the group as well. In the week prior to the meeting, all the members are responsible for watching the lesson and coming to the meeting prepared to discuss with 2 stars and a wish. We will then meet and discuss the lesson. Others may share personal experiences, resources, ideas, and everyone will grow to be a better teacher through these meaningful discussions. The purpose of lesson reviews is to create vulnerable relationships within a school community and to create a network of teaching professionals that are willing to praise, support, and challenge each other. This will be done by viewing each other's practices and coming together to discuss the things that are well done and areas of potential growth. The goals of lesson reviews are to improve the quality of our collaboration time, to strengthen and improve teaching practices and therefore help all learners, to share with others and to encourage one another, to forge stronger interpersonal working relationships in this school that will foster future collaborative opportunities supporting teaching and learning. Teaching is often a very isolating career, and by being vulnerable with each other and letting others review our teaching practices, we open the doors to communication and will in turn learn and benefit from the experiences. As teachers, we can often learn a lot from observing others. This is unfortunately only required when we are training to become teachers, but even veteran teachers can learn a lot by watching others. Lesson reviews are a meaningful way for teachers to connect with each other, watch others teach without leaving our classrooms during instructional time, and to collaborate to strengthen our practices. Lesson reviews would allow teachers to receive meaningful, non-threatening feedback for improvement outside of the formality of a teacher observation. The action plan for lesson reviews is as follows. Step 1 would be to present the proposal to the administration and gain approval to complete lesson reviews during our collaboration time. Step 2 is to inform colleagues and to inform colleagues about the lesson review idea. Step 3 would be to find the participants willing to partake in this lesson reviews. Step 4, to decide on a time that we would meet. The district has time set aside, but as a group, we have the option of meeting at a different time. Step 5 would be to come together as a group and discuss meeting norms. Things like respecting each other's opinions, acknowledging the courage it takes to share lessons with each other's, being professional in our feedback, being prepared and punctual for our meeting times, providing suggestions for improvement, not just criticizing their practice. Step 6 would be to start the lesson review process. So the first month, the facilitator would share their video. Step 7, others would watch the video and to prepare to meet. And step 8 is to collaborate together with 2 stars and a wish and talking about the areas that the teacher whose lesson is being reviewed requested. These steps would be repeated 6, 7, and 8 throughout the year as others got reviewed. There's also different times to reflect on the process and determine if lesson reviews are working well. The professional development opportunities of lesson reviews is endless, as the teachers can decide what topics are discussed in their month. Possible topics include incorporating technology, small group instruction, differentiation, student engagement, instruction strategies, use of the SNAP assessment, formative assessment. As the group facilitator, I would also be in contact with our administration and the district helping teacher who will be available to help us in the classroom when we decide to implement new strategies. The effectiveness of lesson reviews will be mainly determined by surveys. In September, school staff will be asked to voluntarily fill out a survey. This will include the whole staff at a school. Questions will include role in this school. Are you participating in the lesson reviews collaboration group? School climate, staff cohesiveness, areas of strength in teaching practices, and areas that they would like to improve. February's survey will only be for the lesson review participants, and it will ask them about the process so far. And June's survey will be similar to September's, but it will also include the highlight of the year, areas that they saw professional growth, and things that they would like to see implemented in the future. In addition to these surveys, teachers will also collect a variety of data on their students. This important information will be gathered by looking at the beginning of the year assessments, which will be the same grade-wide, student surveys and results throughout the years, SNAP results, and year-end assessment. In June, I will look at the data that was gathered throughout the year and talk to other members of the lesson review collaboration group and decide if it is something that should continue. And if it goes on to a second year, what changes would help the process improve? Possible changes would be expanding across the district, expanding to a mixed group of subject teachers, so humanities teachers and math teachers in the same group, and same subject but varying grade levels. By working together and reviewing each other's practices, I believe that lesson reviews will help us to make more of a difference in our students' lives. Thank you for listening to my introduction for lesson reviews, and I look forward to starting this initiative.